How's it going, everyone? It is Liam Catterson here, and welcome to the 100th episode ever of Once Upon a Time, as we get into episode number 12 of season 5, and with that, kickstarting of the second half of this season, as we make our way to the underworld, of course, to try and recover Hook, after what was a very, very painful conclusion, with that sacrifice, very reminiscent of another certain show. There was even a few people on Patreon who was expecting me to get a bit of deja vu from said other show, which I find rude, because y'all know how much that moment in that other show crushed my heart, so not happy. No, but it was a very, very, like I said, painful conclusion, but there is that little bit of hope in terms of recovering Hook from the underworld, and potentially meeting a few familiar faces. With this being episode number 100, usually shows will, celebrate that historic landmark, and not just that, though, but there were kind of teasers to certain characters, about, oh, I'm sure there's a few faces who would love to see you in the underworld. So there is the possibility that we are going to encounter some familiar faces, but what familiar faces remain to be seen. But it will be very, very interesting to see what does happen in the second half now that Rumpel is the Dark One again, which I still find a bit, 50-50 about, because of, the fact that we thought that we dealt with Rumpel being the Dark One in the ending of season 4, and we'd be turning over a new leaf, really, with Rumpel's character, but nada. So but it should be very, very interesting, because I'm also expecting to see Hades, of course, with him being Lord of the Underworld. What other surprises remain to be in store for this remainder of the season should be very, very interesting to explore. So with that said, let's get into episode number 12 of season 5 for Once Upon a Time. Let's go.
Old friend.
It's really you.
How's our son?
Great.
Stop hurting me already.
He's
once.
growing up.
I bet.
Is this the I can split my heart and give it to him. It could work.
The underworld's for people with unfinished business, and that isn't me. That's why I'm not there.
Oh, you died with that piece, really.
Where are you?
Someplace.
Up.
Someplace where I'm happy.
Oh my goodness. We are in the Upside Down!
I don't think we're in Maine anymore.
Ha.
Gorilla.
That's right. And she's here because of you. And I imagine her
Okay,
agreeing
don't
because
throw
of
that
all of
guilt
us.
on her.
Let's not lollygag.
Split up.
I haven't heard that word in a long time.
Agreed. The sooner we get out here, the better.
Shall we end this ridiculous conflict?
Yeah, something tells me that that's not going to...
You're lucky it's my birthday. And I'm feeling benevolent.
No, maybe every day should be her birthday.
Is this really the way you want to spend today?
Although that would make
time
it special.
For change. For vengeance, Cora will always have a hold on you.
We have someone who is speaking common sense. This was all on
Your
Cora.
Majesty, she's here.
Bring me this information. Now tell me,
Well, we're officially in hell.
James.
Indeed. So Snow White's in town. I'm guessing that means my brother is too.
Oh no.
When you see old Dave, tell him there's a new sheriff in town.
Of course you're mimicking your bro.
Who's that? My brother.
To talk to Snow White. Goodbye, Cora. I don't need your help.
Poor Henry's just in the middle of this.
No. But Regina does.
Oh, for crying out loud. This was a bad idea summoning Cora. Oh no, 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 no. Oh no, oh no.
Your family, they're what's holding you back. Sweetheart, you must do what's best for you.
No, Regina's she's being more selfless, and we love that.
You do. It wasn't easy, but I've arranged for a boat to take you home. It departs in 1 hour. Take Henry, take your thief, and go before it's too late.
What about everyone else?
Fate if you don't return to Storybrooke.
Unless she's just trying to plant these seeds in her head. Hey, isn't that what happened to Scar?
You killed him. Killed is, relative.
Don't you fuck off!
This underworld.
Looking for something? Peter Pan. Most certainly wasn't looking for you.
Oh, yes!
Sunday. This one's on the house for today. A gesture of goodwill. From a father to his son.
Don't trust it. I did not trust it. Not from this piece of shit.
You here?
Why, because of you, Henry dear. You played with magic you didn't understand. And I
Poor Henry.
Go to waste.
Please, I beg you, don't do this.
Now, forget this ever happened and go enjoy your last few hours.
I have not missed Cora! I have not
on,
missed
Henry.
her!
Regina needs...
Topic.
It's not holding.
Talk to us. Talk to me.
The way he's just bruised and bloody is just
He doesn't know we came for him.
difficult to
He
see.
doesn't know we're here. He doesn't.
another banner, yeah.
Make a wish. Make a wish.
I wish for you to be punched in the...
But you were amusing, Jester. And it didn't come true.
Ah, roasted. So what's gonna stop this from happening, right? What? Oh! Judy! Oh, okay. Wait, did she swap out her heart? Snow swapped out her own heart. Oh no!
You gave Snow White her heart back.
I had to for your own good.
How could you say that? She'd be dead right now, and all this would be over. Don't you want
Henry pulling in clutch.
Of course. Regina.
Oh, Daddy. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's okay, dear.
This is the Regina Henry wanted to see.
Is it? Am I really forgiven?
Of course. I love you no matter what. You spread hope. That's the best thing anyone can do. Let your old man see you doing the right thing. Then I truly will not have died in vain.
He's willing to make this sacrifice just so the Regina that he's always wanted to see.
Let's see how you really feel.
Oh no. Oh no! Oh shoot! This is... oh my god! Bloody Cora!
Well,
Cora strikes again.
I know that seems like the right choice.
Someone push Cora in!
Work that way. I implore, sorry.
I despise Cora so much. I freaking despise her.
You'll understand.
Screw you!
What's happening?
I don't know.
He has no more unfinished business.
Something down here.
He has no more unfinished business because of who Regina's become.
It's beautiful.
Oh, yes!
Hi.
Oh, yes!
This is your grandson,
He's also called Henry.
Henry.
Oh,
Thank you,
this family.
for believing in her like I do.
Good on Henry. Good on Henry. He didn't deserve that pain, and he's in a better place.
If you want to distract yourself with this other asinine pursuit, be my guest.
Would I call it asinine? I don't think so. You're the one who wanted to become the Dark One again, so boo-hoo you.
So, who's ready for Operation Firebird?
Firebird!
Appreciate a virtuoso like Paganini, but no, I didn't mean the music. I was
Hey,
talking
Hades.
about the clock. Did you hear that little tick up there? It was the sound of your incompetence. Including why you gave her up. Also, you could claw your way out of a miserable peasant life. Which suggests
He has you like an open book. Yo!
A miller's daughter once again. Hurry now, Cora. You have flour to deliver.
There it is! There it is! Lord of the Underworld. Yeah, I had a feeling it was obviously going to be Hades because, I mean, who is Lord of the Underworld? Not me. So, ooh, just the way he was cutting into her there. Yikes. Oh man, I don't know if some of the returning faces we're going to keep seeing whilst this season, well, the rest of the season progresses, but it's still it is still very, very delicious to see. And then of course Cora always manages to, yeah, she always manages to find ways to make me pissed off. No, that was really, really great. I'm glad that Henry got a nice conclusion to his story, given his woes with how Regina was leading her life, really, especially with that obsession with obviously Snow. But it was really, really great stuff, and you know, I'm glad that obviously Hook didn't. Like, they didn't just find Hook within one episode. They are taking their time with this. Because some shows will run the risk of that. Like, so, yeah. But, pretty great start to this second half. I'm excited, though, to continue the continuation of the Underworld arc. Especially after my suspicions were confirmed in regards to Hades. Especially with him being, I guess, the big bad, and being a bit concerned about Regina, not really concerned about Cora, if anything, punishing her by turning her back into the miller's daughter. So, yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting, though, because Cora's always had this power control, really, but Hades is the one who rules the roost in the underworld, so. But it's also very, very interesting having both powerful characters of Cora and Peter Pan, who I was so glad to see again, both seemingly being in a bit of vulnerability because, of course, they are still, they are, if anything, wanting the assistance of, I guess, their children, really, with Penny wants to come back up. Basically, we don't want that to happen because that's where he can wreak havoc. And Cora, she was trying to get Regina to leave under the instruction, of course, of Hades, who seems to be a bit concerned. So I am wondering, because he's not really fussed about Emma, more so fussed about Regina, if this is going to be Regina's moment to shine. If, like, given the fact that we're in the upside down of the Storybrooke, I am wondering if there's going to be a reversing situation where obviously in season 1 it was like Emma versus Regina. I'm wondering if it's going to be something akin to that, where this is going to be like Regina's essentially the savior here. So we'll have to wait and see. But I did really love how things came about, especially in regards to Henry, the older Henry, of course, and Regina, and how Henry finally had that unfinished business resolved. Yeah, it was really heartfelt in my opinion, because Henry has always, well, not just did we find out how he got to Wonderland, because we saw that way back in season 1 when Sebastian Stan was there. I miss him. But yeah, he's had a very tragic arc, really, especially when he got killed. I think it was in the first episode ever. So yeah, and here he is in the middle of this situation, because obviously with Regina, she is so obsessed with Snow White way back when. And yeah, it is just very sad with for Henry, because of the fact that he wants the best. He doesn't want his daughter to go down this dark path, especially with the fact that obviously the death of Daniel has been consuming her. But not just that, we also have the whole case of you don't want to become your mother's daughter. Well, you don't want your daughter to become like your mother. He knows how bloodlust Cora can be. So yeah, but and then here we are with Cora pulling the devious move by ripping the heart out of Snow, and I was wondering where that was gonna go, like if there was a little bit of a switcheroo of things, or if there's going to be some kind of twist that was going to happen, because she was inches away, like Regina was inches away from crushing the heart. And yeah, so it could have been very close. But I did really like how things came about with, like I said, Henry coming in clutch, making a little bit of a switcheroo and helping out, trying to do the best thing for Regina, really. So yeah, but no, I really loved the conclusion of Henry's situation. There's that like closure for his character, really, and there's that better place that he is in, with the fact that he is with Regina, she's in a better place, like especially since the last time Henry saw her, she has evolved so much. And I am really excited for the prospect of Regina to have her moment in the duration of this second half. So yeah, especially if Cora is still going to be of a significant character potentially in this arc. So yeah, they might be able to do something a bit better than what they did with the whole heroes and villains arc with season 4, because there was an abundance of antagonists. Sadly though, some characters were not as fleshed out, whereas with Cora, with Pan, they've already been fleshed out. But with this arc, there could be a kind of closure of sorts, and there can kind of be a bit more of a tinsy bit more fleshing out without kind of you know, having room for more, really. There was a lot to be desired for Cruella, so yeah, especially and of course Ursula. But yeah, it is I don't know, it seems like they might be able to play around with that kind of arc again, but with a bit more finesse because of these. We've already explored Pan's story. We've already explored Cora, but we can eke out a bit more, can't we? So yeah, but. That's also in conjunction of sorting with Hades and of course finding Hook, who has seen better days. It was really, really heartbreaking when you saw when you saw Hook in a bit of a difficult manner, right? Because he was all bloodied and all of that. So yeah, but like I said, I am really glad that they're not he's not gone for one episode and then that's it. So yeah, but I am really glad that they're taking their time with that, because that's a thing that I really despise with the CW shows, when you've got a big of a dynamic. Like the notable one that I do always bring up, and that's Flashpoint, because that should have lasted that should have been like what Once Upon a Time does, where you focus half a season on a certain arc and that. So that should have been that, and I'm never gonna let that go. But yeah, it always annoys me when you do a 1-episode deal and then things back to normal basically. And with Finding Hook. That's going to take a bit longer, so don't know if Colin was a bit tied up with another project, so that could be it as well. But either way, it is really, really great that they're taking their time with this. So yeah, there was nice closure as well with Neil. I really am that beginning scene was really great, and I am really glad that he wasn't part of the underworld. There was that nice detail about those who are trapped in the underworld have unfinished business, and that's why Henry was there. That's why a bunch of other characters were there. They have that unfinished business. So, but I am really curious if Emma and Co are going to try and I don't know, try to pull a good place on these characters, because she did bring up that point about the fact that, hey, well, you saw how Hades was a bit pissed about the fact that Henry's soul was saved, and the clock moved, of course, the clock hand moved. So I'm wondering if they're going to pull a kind of a good place scenario on some of these souls. I mean, some souls are probably just damned to hell, like Cora, like Pan, but there are a bunch of characters that we saw in the underworld, in Granny's Diner. Don't want to call it Granny's Diner because it's technically not hers in this world, but you get the idea. We saw also the witch as well, like from, I think it was episode 9 of season 1, but I remember her specifically because Emma Caulfield plays her, and obviously I associate her notably with Anya from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, so makes sense why Anya's in the underworld. But no, I am really excited to explore more about Hades, because it has been some time since, of course, I've seen Hercules. And I'm already really digging that demeanor that he is carrying out, which is really, really neat stuff. So, like I said, I am really excited to explore a bit more with Hades. But no, I am really excited to see what is going to happen for the duration of this season. But yeah, it was really, really great for Regina to have that moment with Henry, with older Henry Senior. We'll call him Henry Senior because yeah, easier. But although would that be when you say name senior, name junior, that's usually like father and son, and obviously that's not the case with Henry. You get the idea. But yeah, with Henry 1, that's better. It is really, really great that that he was able to see Regina the way that he's always wanted to see her, the way that the direction that he was hoping to steer her towards. So it is really, really great stuff. But no, I really thought that this was a pretty great starting point for this second half. Yeah, like I said, it will be very, very interesting to see how things will go along, especially if Regina is going to be basically the savior in this upside down world. So yeah, but and I think that would be very, very appropriate, as well as the fact that it would enhance Regina's story a bit further, because obviously she's been on a greater direction, and this would be a really, really good solidification, if anything. So I am really looking forward. Whilst Emma can, of course, focus on finding Hook, and, you know, replicating what her mother and father did for each other with the, you know, separation of the heart thing, Regina can work her way on being the savior. So I am excited to explore that. So yeah, pretty neat episodes to begin this second half. But yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!